All right. We're continuing this story of Abram and Lot. The bisexual polygamous morons have just come to Lot's house to try to get these angels, which they didn't know they were angels, but they came to get these angels so they could have sex with them in the middle of the street. And Lot told them no. They said, yes, we're going to do it anyway. The angels come out and they blind all these guys. And then the angel said, well, look, we've got to get you out of here right now. You have to leave with us this very second. And as you're leaving, as we get you out of here, you can't look back. You can never look back. Because the moment you try to look back, you will die. Well, Lot agrees to all this, but he says, look, I've got to tell the guys that my daughters are betrothed to that this is going to happen to see if they'll go with us. Well, the angel's like, all right, but just make it quick. So Lot runs over to the house of the guys who his daughters are betrothed to and says, look, you've got to leave with us right now. These angels have come. They're going to stone the whole city. They're going to burn it to the ground. You've got to come with us right now or you're going to die. Well, these fiancés were sitting there laughing and just having a hi-ho time, say, yeah, right, get out of here. If you want to leave, go. We're not going with you. Well, Lot comes back and he says, girls, I hate to tell you this, but your fiancés are going to be burned. I'm sorry. There's nothing more I can do. Well, this, of course, upset them, but they knew that was going to happen. Well, anyway, the angels quietly escorted Lot, his wife, and his two daughters out of the city of Sodom and Gomorrah, and no sooner than they were gone, the whole fireball mess came right down on Sodom and Gomorrah, burned all those people alive. Okay? Now, it didn't take long. Lot's wife and Lot and whatever, they were leaving the town. They were clear out, and they were headed to this whatever place they were headed to. And it didn't take long. Lot's wife turned around, looked at what was happening in Sodom and Gomorrah, and immediately she was turned into a pillar of salt. And that killed her. So now Lot not only has to deal with two bereaving daughters, but he's just now lost his wife too. Alright, that was kind of a big mess for Lot. Well, that's the moral of this story. Well, the moral of this story comes twofold. Number one, you can get to a point of sexual perversion in which even God can't reason with you. And when you get to that point, boom, he's going to deal with you. And that's what he did to Sodom and Gomorrah. Let me tell you something. If these bisexual, polygamous, bestiality scumbags were alive today, they would be put in a mental institution. Nobody would ever see them again. It's just that simple. So, moral number one is, if you become a sexual deviant enough, and this includes when you're trying to have sex with minor kids, you know, you're practicing something that causes young kids to be traumatized sexually. You're going to face the judgment of God. So, you know, a pedophile, that's what I'm looking for. If you're a practicing pedophile, you're going to face the judgment of God just as fast as those people in Sodom and Gomorrah did. All right, so if you practice polygamy, pedophilism, bestiality, you're going to meet a fate very similar to that of what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. That's just the end of it. Moral number two, God can judge a city without your help. He empowered two angels to get rid of a whole bunch of people that were just sexually out of control. And if he can do that, he can do anything. And he doesn't need your help to do it. So, you notice that Lot didn't beat up all these homosexuals. He just did what the angels told him to do and left the town. God doesn't need you to beat up homosexuals. He doesn't need you to beat up anybody polygamous. He'll do his job. Leave him to do his job. You worry about you. And quit using this story as an excuse, as some kind of a license to pummel every homosexual that you meet. God doesn't need you to do that, and you shouldn't be doing that. Moral number three. When you have sin in your life and you renounce that sin, don't look back upon it. Leave it. That's what happened. Lot's wife was looking upon this horrible sin once again when she shouldn't have, and it cost her life. You leave sin behind, leave it behind for good, because if you don't, it will destroy you. Alright, now I do have a few notes for homosexuals and transsexuals, and I will tell you those in my final video. Stay tuned.